Yo, 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 what's up, YouTube boxing community? This is the Boxing J right here with another video. I'm here to talk about Juan Diaz and Juan Manuel Marquez. It just sucks for Juan Diaz, man. I mean, it sucks. I really wanted Juan Diaz to win. Well, first of all, I'm gonna say before I start, because I'm not gonna talk about the fight. That's not the point of the video. But first of all, I'm gonna say it. I didn't get to watch the fight, unfortunately. I had other situations to take care of. I had a little obligation I had to go to. But I mean, I really couldn't watch the fight. I mean, I had a real tough obligation I had to go through that night. But as I saw the highlights, I saw Marquez with a closed right eye. But as I saw that, I didn't think that Juan Diaz did too much damage on him. Because Marquez is a veteran fighter. He's very experienced. Therefore, he is a punch me, punch you back type of fighter. He's not a really blocking guy that blocks and hits you back or weaves and then counters. He's more of he has his little defense, but his when you think of Marquez, you think of a counter puncher, and you can punch him and he'll punch you back. He will counter you harder. He'll make you miss, and he has a rock solid chin. And plus, he's older. In my opinion, I think he's real sensible to punches now. He gets more hurt. You can see more damage in his face, especially now. Even if he doesn't really get punched, well, he will get punched. I mean, it's boxing, but he really is real sensible to punches. So I really didn't get carried away when I saw that he had a closed right eye. I remember going on checking out the judges' scorecards. They were pretty. It was pretty clear that Marquez won from 3 judges, and it was in Las Vegas, so you can't really say any judge favored nobody. Both of these guys I don't believe there was any possibility that a Las Vegas judge would favor any one of them. But it sucks, man. Juan Diaz we're both from the same town, H-Town. I get my hair cut down at his hood. It just sucks. Just a young fighter and from Houston, like especially for me, because I'm from Houston, to know that that one of our fighters just, and it sucks, man. It just wasn't Juan Diaz. Rocky Juarez also lost. I mean, it really seems like there's a brick wall in front of us, in front of all Houston, the Houston boxers. Those 2 guys were pretty much the top guys from Houston. Of course, there are other upcoming fighters like Charmelo. I forgot his last name, but it's Charmelo. He's a young welterweight. He is a good prospect. I really wouldn't say he's the best prospect from Houston. Not wanting to criticize him, but I mean, he's really young. He can still improve. He has a lot for him going on. Because I remember watching him fight. He fought on the undercards when Juan Diaz fought Paulie Malignaggi on the first fight. And that's the first fight that I saw from Charmelo. And I really didn't think he won that fight. I really don't remember who he was fighting. but I really did not. I mean, even the home crowd was booing him because he won. But I'm getting off subject. What I'm here to really talk about is Marquez's victory, which I congratulate him. He's 36, or is going to be 36 years old. He beats a young cat that's 28 years old, is Juan Diaz. Um, and Marquez is still not out of the game at all. He is in it for a good while. Um, According to my readings, to the highlights that I've seen, Marquez dominated Juan Diaz in a great fashion. And now, since sorry guys, but I had to bring this topic back up, since Mayweather and Pacquiao are not fighting, and Pacquiao has a set fight for November 13th. There's a lot of talks now why Pacquiao won't fight Marquez. I remember reading an article how people, all the Pac-Man fans, are saying, "Oh, Mayweather's a ducker. He didn't sign the contract. This and that. He's scared. He's using excuses." And in that same article, they said, "Why won't the Pac-Man fans hold Pacquiao accountable for not wanting a third fight with Marquez?" Because a fight with Marquez will be great. It will be great. They could do it at 140, and both of these fighters can make 140. I'm pretty sure. Pacquiao is he's barely getting his body accustomed to a welterweight, because I think his last fight with Joshua Clottey, I think he came in the weigh-in at 146. He was, or 147. I'm really not sure, but his body was getting accustomed to the maximum weight of a welterweight, because that's the ideal weight that any weight class, you want to come to. You want to come to the maximum weight so you can take full advantage, and in the next day gain a couple of more pounds. So Pacquiao could come back down to 140. Marquez is at 135. He could come back up to 140. I'm pretty sure they could do that. When Marquez fought Mayweather, he came in at 144. He could lose 4 more pounds. Do it at light welterweight, and it really seems, in all honesty, and I want the Pacquiao fans to leave out comments and in all honesty give y'all's opinion. But it looks like Pacquiao is ducking Marquez. It seems like he's been ducking him and ducking him and ducking him. Of course, this last year and the year before, there was more opportunity for Pacquiao, because there was Ricky Hatton, there was De La Hoya, there was Cotto, Joshua Clottey. There was a lot of opportunity for Pacquiao to go up, and he took advantage of these fights that were in front of him. But now we all want to see Pacquiao Mayweather, and it's not happening. So the most obvious fight that should happen is Pacquiao versus Marquez, to make it a trilogy and make it a part 3. Pacquiao seems scared. Freddie Roach says that they have already beat him twice. A lot of people, I mean, boxing wise and just points, if you don't think about the knockouts, Marquez dominated Pacquiao in the first fight. The reason it was a draw was because it was Pacquiao knocked out Marquez. And on the second fight, it was split decision for Pacquiao. And I forgot on which fight it was that one of the judges said, "Man, I should have gave this round to Marquez. I don't know what I was thinking." This judge came out and said that, but I really don't remember which fight it was. But anyways, with that judge's change of mind in that fight, he the Marquez should have won the fight. But I mean, what's happening in boxing right now? There's just too much focus on Mayweather and Marquez. There are many other fights like Pacquiao versus Marquez would be a great fight. I think it would do way better numbers than Pacquiao versus Margarito. Um, and it's a more interesting fight. These guys have a history going on, um, and they could just make one fight and set it all up. Um, I think Marquez has a great chance of beating Pacquiao, or Pacquiao definitely could just tear up Marquez this time. But that's just the more obvious fight that should have happened. Like in the last video, I said Bob Arum should have just taken some time and just thought about setting up a good fight for Pacquiao. Instead, he quickly came to Margarito and Pacquiao. I mean, we are the fans. We are the people that give these boxers so much money. We're the ones that provide them with their mansions, their luxurious cars, all their accessories they have, because it's like a job they have. It's like a customer service that they're providing for us. It's like me. I'm an ESL teacher, and I work for myself, so I have to keep my students happy so they could come back and pay me again so I could get some money and pay my bills and pay my dues. But it's the same thing with these boxers. They should try and keep us happy. We're demanding these fights and they should happen. And we as fans should do what my students would do if they did not like what I was doing. And it's just leave and not pay. Boycott these fights. I think that's where we gotta end up going to. We are the fans. We are the ones that are giving this money to fighters. We just can't be throwing it away like that. Um, these fighters are taking advantage of us. The promoters are as well. I will not blame Mayweather and Pacquiao fully, because I'm pretty damn sure Bob Arum he has a lot of guilt in this process that didn't happen between Mayweather and Marquez and Mayweather and Pacquiao. But those are my thoughts. Hopefully, well, I mean, it's pretty much said, I guess, Margarito and Pacquiao. But I will boycott this fight. I will not pay for this. I think many of us should do that. We should show Bob Arum that we're serious about what we want. And if you just check up on other channels and other blogs, nobody really is happy with this fight. Of course, there are a few people that are, but there's not a lot of people that are happy with this fight, Margarito versus Pacquiao. I mean, it would have been great if it was Marquez versus Pacquiao, but what can you do? I mean, sometimes I wish boxing was all under one promotion like the UFC, but at the same time, it has a good it has pros and cons. Definitely, the pros would be none of these problems would happen if with blood testing and the purse split. But those are my thoughts on Juan Diaz and Marquez and what should have happened with Pacquiao. I'll be hitting y'all up with some other videos. It's the Boxing J. Peace. Subscribe.